know many people were very incredibly moved by, of course, the Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, when she invited Liz Hatton, the very brave young lady at 16 years old, to come along to Windsor Castle to photograph one of her ambitions, of course, as part of her bucket list, to photograph an investiture. It was lovely, wasn't it? I mean, what a thrill to be able to do that. And now the floodgates have opened and lots of opportunities have arrived, all thanks to that one meeting, that one setup, which was done without fanfare, without pre-warning, simply just generosity from other people. Of course, the Prince and Princess of Wales. And I've been told that behind the scenes, Catherine is a changed woman. And I don't mean that in a strange way, but you know, I think like everybody who goes through a very dark illness or problem, it makes you reevaluate yourself, doesn't it? Your life, what you can do, what good you can do for others, you know? And that's exactly, she's always been like that. I think you can tell that. But I think also she's now rethought, well, you know, how can I change lives? What can I do to make these things a little bit easier? And I know that some of the sort of terrible stories that she's been involved with behind the scenes, Zoom chats, phone calls, with lots of other people in a similar situation to herself, have really, well, you know, sort of changed her perspective on life. And it's things like this that the British monarchy are incredibly good at, in my opinion. I know the Republican people knock it, but they can really highlight a fabulous cause that, you know, it doesn't matter how much you spend, the celebrity you get, there's nothing like having the royal stardust attached. And it really brings me to this story, because I just think, again, this is wonderful. This is all because CBeebies, of course, which is the children's reading group, the BBC TV channel, well, very soon, the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie's going to be reading a story on that channel. Now, this is all to help promote World Sight Day. This is, you know, all about impaired vision and stuff like that. It's just a wonderful gesture to get behind. And I've been told that already they've had so much interest in selling that programme before it's even been aired around the world. Now, forget the profit attached. That doesn't go, of course, to the Duchess of Edinburgh. It does go to the BBC, but it does help the cause. That's the whole point of it, you know. And let's not forget that the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, has done her own bit by setting up a YouTube channel a couple of years back now, doing story time with Sarah. And you know, if you haven't checked it out, it's kind of good fun, simply because, you know, if you just want somebody to tell you a nice, clean, fun, you know, story, fairy tale, whatever it is, she puts it over so well, does the characters, is very good at communicating with the camera. And as I say, the Duchess of Edinburgh has done a very similar thing. And it's fascinating to think, isn't it, that they're still able to do that in this 21st century. People say, oh, you know, the royals, what do they do? Well, it's things like this. And as I say, the delightful young lady like Liz Hatton. I mean, a terrible situation she finds herself in, but looking to the future with brightness and inspired vigour. All thanks to Catherine being able to open those doors, which were so far closed. And suddenly now lots of people want to use the talented photographer that she is. I think that's terrific. And I don't know about you, but for me, I'm very moved by these things. If you can, please do like, share, and respectfully comment about this video. It would mean a lot, and we can send those on. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.